What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, be sure to like and subscribe because we got some awesome stuff coming to the channel. If you haven't seen in the previous video, we did completely repaint this whole entire 2017 Mustang GT. So let's go ahead and walk around it and we'll show you guys the little imperfections that we had because we're not professionals. The hood turned out really good, so I'm impressed with that. We're gonna slightly buff it, just like wet sand it really lightly, and then we're gonna just pretty much buff and polish it. Okay, and moving along the side here, a little run right there. We got the perfect tool for that. We'll be showing you guys that in a little bit. I don't know if the camera can see that, but there's a slight run there. Other than that, on this side, there's no heavy orange peel, so we are gonna wet sand probably the whole car just to give it that sparkle and give it that shine. Moving around here to another major little imperfection that we had. So right here on this edge, as you can see, it got a little watery there, so I mean it just started to run. We actually applied a little bit too much clear there, but the problem was there was bad lighting in the back section of the car when we were painting, so that's what happened. We threw a little bit too much clear there, but we're gonna try to fix that also with a little special tool that we got.
Yeah, but the rear bumper did turn out really flawlessly.
The rear bumper
you can see that.
Absolutely great, man.
Look at the rear end of this car, man. That joint just looks good.
That joint is popping.
That joint is popping.
All right, moving along over here. Now this is gonna be one of the spots that's gonna take a little bit of time to fix, but we did have a pretty good run here. So we will be using a special technique to try to fix that and try to get that run out completely. We've been doing some research, so hopefully we can take care of that. One more thing, when he was painting, for some reason, some clear coat actually dripped off of the gun and onto the paint here, so it kind of left a little line there, but it's not too bad. That's definitely going to be fixable also. We probably are going to just wet sand the whole entire car and buff it just to get it that nice and extra shine and try to make it super smooth, and then we'll polish it also.
Oh yeah, but everything else, the car, like the complete car did come out really great. We are very happy with this. This is our first time painting a full entire car, which was a very good learning experience. The car looks really fabulous, especially in the sun. It looks really good. The hood came out really nice, as you can see.
We also received a nice denibbing tool. If you don't know what that is, it's a special tool that focuses on little trash in the paint job. Thank you, Micah K, for sending that out. It's gonna help us a lot. So this is our first time using it. We just finished charging it, and we did buy 1500 grit tips for this thing. They just come off. It's a dual action denibber. It's not a rotary, so it's really nice on little areas. You just press it. You got a few speeds.
That's pretty nice. There's still a little bit more that needs to be sanded down,
and this is gonna need a lot more time, and it's a lot bigger run. So we're gonna hop on this next and go from there.
All right, so we actually had a good idea to make the process a little bit faster. Instead of using this 1500 grit, we're gonna try to figure something out and cut that out, super glue a 600 grit to the end of this. And since it is a dual action, it just rotates like that and not in full circles, we'll be able to attach it no problem. So let's see what we can come up with.
Time to go test it out on that big run. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so this 600 on this denibber is pretty awesome. It's doing its job. It's taking it down. So after I hit it a little bit more with this 600, get it down a little bit further, closer to the smooth finish, I'm gonna hit it with like a 2500 or 2000 or maybe a 1000 and smooth it all out, and then finish off with probably a 3000 on everything on this car. So first we're gonna hit all the major areas, and then we're gonna start hitting like big panels like a door, quarter panel, because we're gonna want this car to looking slick.
Yep, show car. Made it here to the O'Reilly's. We're gonna jump in right quick and get what we need. Then we're gonna head over to the wings shop down over there. This is what we picked up from the store. We got two 3000 grits that are gonna go onto the D8. We also got some 1000 grit, 1500, and 2500. This is gonna allow us to properly cut that clear coat down to a smooth finish and make it shine and make it almost OEM. All right, so we just took care of that run there. There's one more or maybe two more over here. Very small ones, which this is working really good so far. So one right there, and I guess there's a little one right here.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take care of those, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so we got this side sanded. It's supposed to be like a matte finish. Also got this trunk lid sanded just right here. There's no reason to go any further down because it's smooth there. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to this side.
All we got left is the hood and the front bumper, which we're gonna sand the whole hood on the top and everything. But on the bumper, we're just gonna focus on this little front area right here, which so it can match the hood. Other than that, everything's really smooth. And then when we're done, we're gonna hit it with the 3000. Alright, so all the main body panels on the car have been sanded with the 2500. The hood was the toughest, but we got it done. Now it's time for this 3000 grit. We're gonna do it on the DA. It's a little soft pad. We're gonna DA all the pieces that we hit with the 2500. Before we sand with that 3000 grit, I'm gonna go ahead and get this denibber tool, because after we sand, there is spots like, as you can see right there, right here. Just in a few areas, there is still some trash spots. I'm gonna hit them with the denibber, hit everything, and then we're gonna hit it with the 3000.
So we took the extra time and made sure there's no imperfections in the hood. Now moving on over here, we're gonna grab the buffer. What you got in there besides them sandals?
Oh, Jesus sandals.
Them Jesus sandals, man. You gotta have them in this weather. All right. Buffer, where's your pads at? We got the pads.
Yeah, I got the pads over there.
Over here, let me grab them. Dang, this thing's a mess right here, but. Wait, where's the pads at? They're not there.
Top of the table.
Oh, yeah, right here. That's what I was looking for. Got the polish pad, the soft blue one here, and that's gonna be the cutting pad. Slap that sucker on there.
Slap it on there.
Just like so.
And I'm gonna clean it with the air hose.
And then you're gonna use some of this conditioner. Yep. Before we jump to the buffer, we're gonna go ahead and hit everything with a 3000 using this air tool here. And that soft 3000 pad. Go ahead.
Make sure you wet it down first.
Now it's time to clean that buffer pad and get to buffing.
Alright, I got my buffer, my rubbing compound, and I'm gonna start with the hood.
How many times you gonna put that on there?
As much as it takes. I want it to look good.
It's looking shiny right now. It's getting there. We've already done about, this is going to be the third pass, but it is looking absolutely great as you can see there. But hopefully we can get it all done today.
Alright Alright guys, so the main piece of the car has just been finished. I'm done buffing it. It took a few hours, but it is done. And now we're gonna move on to this passenger side and buff this whole entire side down. And hopefully we can buff this thing today. I'm really hoping to. If not, we're just gonna resume tomorrow. It's coming along nicely. It's a lot of work to buff. It's not easy.
I know, I feel you, man. I'm over here just filming as of right now, but I would like to buff. He just don't want to hand over that buffer.
Yeah, right. Hand it over to you like 100 times.
Let me get a grip of it.
Just checking.
Yes, you gotta get.
I got this thing right here, so it's good on my knees, so I can check.
Right. What are you checking? No, the sucker went to sleep.
I'm checking.
Sucker's going to sleep.
Yeah, you see over here, you know, I gotta.
Ain't nothing over there. There's nothing over there.
We gotta check over here.
Sucker is wore out. Come on, get up. We got to make this thing almost OEM. I honestly think that we're making it better than OEM.
Yeah, it's a lot smoother.
Dang, son, look at that. It's not even washed.
Yeah, it's still dirty, but it's really good. It's taking time.
I can't wait to wash it. Hopefully we can get it done before the sun goes down. I think we got about, let me see, 2 more hours or so. All right, so he just finished this door. Now moving on to this quarter panel. Alright, so we got this whole side buffed out. It is definitely going to need some polish because there's a bunch of swirls in it, but that's normal with buffing. So next, I'm going to go ahead and jump onto this trunk lid and start buffing it. You know, the easy stuff, that's what I do.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding, guys.
You're going to test it out?
Yeah, I'm not I haven't buffed in a while, but I'm going to give it a try because, you know, it can't be that hard. I mean, you live and you learn. So I'm going to try not to buff through because that's one of the main things that you want to avoid when buffing is buffing through an edge or a corner.
So all we got left is this side right here, and the sun's still up in the sky a little bit, so we might be able to finish buffing today, and that'll be a plus.
What you checking for, Billy?
Billy Bob's in the paint.
Is there any of them?
Check.
Dang, that's smooth. Baby bottoms. Looks darn good, man. So we got this quarter panel completely done. Now all that's left is pretty much this door and that fender. So just perfect amount of lighting. I think we got 1 more hour of light, maybe less. What do you say, like 30 minutes, 20 minutes?
Maybe.
All right, guys, so we got the car completely buffed down. It took all day, but the work is done. We're gonna rinse it down tonight so none of this buffing compound dries on anything. And tomorrow we'll catch you on polishing the whole entire car. That's the final step to end the buffing process, is the polish, because there is swirls after you buff. You gotta keep that in mind. Anytime you're buffing, swirls always appear. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, next day here. So we rinsed down the car and we're ready for the swirl mark remover.
As you can see, guys, there is a bunch of swirls on it, which is a normal thing. Let me see if I can catch that on camera. There you go. See them swirls? We got to get rid of them because it just looks like a hologram or whatever. It's like a 3D figure, but we definitely will be able to get rid of them with that swirl mark remover in his hand there. Now we're going to start with this side over here. So while he's polishing back there, we're gonna go see what Thomas is up to. All right, so we just swirl mark removed this quarter panel and that door. And as you can see, even in the sun there's no swirls or anything like that. So it looks really good. Now, moving on to this fender and then the hood. Alright, so we just finished up this whole entire hood. Now moving on to this side of the car over here.
All right, guys, so I just got it out in the sunlight. I'm just wiping it down, checking if it took all the swirls away. Looks pretty good.
So we got one more area here as this quarter panel, but as you can see, this fender in this door, there's not any swirls in it, so.
Oh yeah,
it's looking really good, man. One more thing here is that trunk lid, and then we'll be done.
Guys, now that we're done swirl mark removing the whole entire car, it looks great. No swirls that we can tell right now. We may have to reapply in some areas later on, but right now we're gonna wash this whole entire car, foam it out, give it a good clean wash.
Alright, we're gonna do a quick walk around here. Car absolutely sparkles, man. Look at it. Alright guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. I mean, the car just looks absolutely amazing, man. It just sparkles. We got rid of all the swirls. All the buffing work is done. It was a long process, but we got it done and it looks great. If you're new, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, be sure to turn on your post notifications because we got some awesome stuff coming to the channel, guys. If you don't follow us on Instagram yet, be sure to check us out at Goon Squad. You get the inside scoop there, so be sure to give us a follow. If you want to support our channel and help us grow, the link's going to be down below. We got a Patreon, and you can support us there. Also, if you want to copy some merch and support your boys, be sure to check out goonsquad.com. All the links are going to be down below. Stay tuned for the next video where this car is going to be put completely together, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.